Hey, what is going on? If you are here to, uh, see a first-hand review of Clever Programmer, you want to see some unbiased reviews of Clever Programmer, you are in the right place because I am a student of Clever Programmer, and this is my review. So let's just jump into it. My name is Sajin. I started learning JavaScript thanks to Clever Programmer back in May 2020. I bought their Profit with JavaScript course. I also bought Profit with Python, but I haven't gone through that course yet. So this is mainly a review of Profit with JavaScript and their community and the live calls and whatnot. So I started, my experience with coding was a few years back. I got into college for web development, and I couldn't really go through the program. It was just, I don't know, maybe it was the teachers, maybe it was the environment, but it just wasn't, I wasn't vibing there. So I didn't really feel like I could thrive there, and I got really bored of it. Maybe it was me too, I just didn't have that drive back then. Maybe things have just changed in the situation right now where I have this drive right now, but there was something in the timing, the energy, the ambiance, everything just had like an appropriate mix right now for me to dive in and actually go through the course and learn JavaScript. So I had jumped in May 2020. I'm going to go ahead and apologize if my dog barks in the background. I'll see if I can cut up the audio, but I just want to kind of do this uncut. It's raw. It's just coming straight at you. So May 2020 was when I started. I got in because I wanted to learn how to build my own apps. For like almost a year, I had these ideas of building apps, but I just didn't have the technical skills. So yeah, I used to work for a company called Affiliate Institute. I was basically a systems admin. I had a lot of technology experience doing project management, setting up third-party tools, writing documentations. I had all of the, let's say, the skills outside of development to run a project, but I didn't have the necessary skills to build it on my own. So I found that I actually had to either go hire some developers, or I had to suck it up and just learn development. So May 2020 came around. I just dove in. I started learning development. I ended up leaving Affiliate Institute and focusing full time on development and yoga. But more so for career wise, it was development for me. And in the past few months, I gained all the skills that I needed to be able to build my own web apps. And pretty soon I'll be able to develop mobile apps as well, because what I learned was the library that goes on top of JavaScript, or that does go on top of JavaScript, React.js. So thanks to Sunny, who is a React.js developer inside of the Clever Programmer team, I learned this library that can be used for web and can be used for mobile, for both iOS and Android. So this stack has actually transformed the way that I look at code, because it just really simplified things for me. And so a little bit about the program itself. Profit with JavaScript is a pretty awesome program. What I find unique about it is that it not only gives you the skills to code, it also helps you get into the right mental space, how to think about coding, how to think about the whole situation around coding, the environment of coding, so that you can equip yourself to either get freelancing contracts or a job, or even build an app yourself. They don't specifically talk about building apps yourself, but with all the skills that you get and the mindset that you get from it, it's pretty easy to be able to step into that. But they primarily focus on helping you with getting freelance gigs, or finding an actual 9-to-5 job, so that you can have a sustainable income while you code. So I'm going to share my screen right now. You'll be able to see Profit with JavaScript, what you will get inside of it. Just give me 1 second here. So if you're looking at my screen right now, this is in the backside of the Clever Programmer back office, where you get access to your courses. So I've got both Profit with Python and Profit with JavaScript. Now I haven't started Profit with Python except for a couple of videos. I'm saving that for a little bit later because I want to focus on JavaScript right now. So this is all of the modules that you get right now with Profit with JavaScript. There's about, holy crap, they're adding a bunch of modules inside of here. So up to 25 modules will be inside of here. This is combining JavaScript, pure vanilla JavaScript. Stuff where you need to access APIs, stuff where you've got Node.js, no package manager. You get to build out actual projects like your own blog, a Blackjack app, a Twitter clone, and a Google Maps locator. Pretty soon, there's going to be a Chrome extension coming through. I believe that'll be pure JavaScript inside of there. There's probably going to be something else, data visualization, your modern portfolio to help you with getting gigs, how to crush it with JavaScript, and do modern development, Netflix clones, and tons of clones are coming through. So I know that they have a bunch of clones on YouTube right now. What I've experienced going through their React 5-day challenge was that they will take it to the next level. So if these clones are coming inside of Profit with JavaScript, they are going to be taken to the next level because there was a free YouTube training on building an Amazon clone, and then inside of the 5-day React.js challenge, they took it to the next level by adding payment integrations into it. And I think that was also streamed for free, but inside of these courses, I know that they're going to add a lot more content and material to these modules here. So there's also a Facebook group. Just open that up. Let me open this back up. But there's a Facebook group where people are posting. Tons of content is coming inside of here. Anytime you got any questions, you can ask inside of the group. You can share your wins. You can share things that you're working on. All sorts of stuff is going on inside of this group. I find it actually pretty active. And also there's a Slack community where you can go in and you can ask questions that you have directly with the community, and you will get an answer relatively quickly. So I'm just opening it up here in Shift, which is a program management tool. So you see that there's a React.js channel. There's Profit with JavaScript. You got different announcements that they'll share here directly. When you come into the Slack, you can introduce yourself. Any questions inside of the courses, you can pop inside of here. I found this Slack community to be so helpful because if I get to a point where I'm building my own app, it's not necessarily a project that Clever Programmer is working on. These can be your own personal projects. These can be your work projects that you have specific questions for. You can actually pop them in here into the Slack community if you can't find the answers on Google or through your own resources or through your own trial and error. You can actually just share the question here and see if this community of thousands of developers can help you with answering it. It's so awesome. And then you can talk to people inside of the community, create meaningful connections, and who knows where that will go, right? So yeah, there's just so much there. And there's also live training calls that happen I think 3 or 4 times a week. They'll probably say the exact answer inside of one of their videos talking about the course. But these calls are invaluable. You can jump on with one of either the success coaches or one of the instructors, Naz or Sunny. There's other success coaches like David. He does different calls. I think I've seen Frank. He's done a call before. You see there's one there. But yeah, like anytime that you have questions that you want to take to an instructor or to a coach, you can just jump on one of these calls live, and then you can just talk to them face to face, video to video, and then just you're on a call with them. You're just talking to them. You can ask them. You can talk about really anything related to development with them, even things that are more of the soft skills you can talk about with them. And what's awesome is that there's a whole community there that's on the call, and they can share their experience with you as well. So it's a really collaborative, and from that there's just so much possibility that comes with it. So I find this community to be very supportive. They're very helpful, and they will push you to learn and to grow yourself, grow your development skills, and also to push you out of your comfort zone inside of these calls, as well, which is I find is very helpful for when you're actually out there and you're building real projects. So yeah, that's an overview of what's inside of the course itself. I've been able to build a lot of different clones. I've been able to build the Netflix clone, Facebook, Slack, WhatsApp, Amazon, and then I started on my own apps as well. So like, this course has just been amazing, for giving me the coding skills to be able to build my own stuff. And I'm putting this video onto a website, Clever Programmer Reviews, to show you that building a website is like, it's just super possible to get something up pretty fast. So I'm going to keep the link to that below. And this Clever Programmer Reviews is going to be something that's opened up to other clever programmer students, where they can actually, let's see, I'm going to show you in real time this website. Okay, so give me 1 second here. So if you're still watching this, awesome, because you are going to get to see real quick here. So I'm going to open this up right here. Boom. Git bashing, opening up this website where you will be able to get you'll be able to see this website that I built, and you'll be able to visit it as well. So depending on when you see this video, maybe if you're seeing this and it's fresh, there may not be reviews from other people just yet. If this is a while from now and you're watching this video, it's probably going to look a little different. So this is just the app that I built. This is like a thank you and a gift to the Clever Programmer team for giving me the skills to learn coding. And I think it's a pretty awesome site, so I'll break it down a little bit. So I'll even pop open the code so that you can see half and half. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll keep it on here fully. So inside of this box here, I'm going to put this video right here, main. You got the buttons to join Profit JavaScript. You got the buttons for Clever Programmer Social. And what's really cool here is that I added in student reviews to be able to calculate all the different reviews that come in. So anyone who rates or puts ratings here on their reviews, it'll calculate all the stars and it'll give averages, which is pretty awesome. And then people can share their reviews. If they got a video review, they can share it here, the different courses that they have taken, and then the reviews will pop up here at the bottom. So this is the website in a nutshell. If you log out here, you got to log in to be able to post a review. And this thing has sign in with Google. So it's something that is usually pretty complicated to be able to set up. It is made pretty simple with React.js and Firebase. So that's something that is taught across the Clever Programmer tutorials that you can find on YouTube, and a lot more in-depth trainings I think are going to come inside of the Clever Programmer courses. So if you want to check out their course, you want to invest in it, I highly recommend it. I got back my my investment in it in knowledge, and I know that financially all that's going to come back as soon as these apps start to go live and income starts to come in with it. And at the same time, because I have such a badass portfolio, I can apply for a job pretty much at any point. And I know from my experience of being inside of the tech industry that landing a freelance gig or landing a job is something that I can do rather easily. But for anyone who, like, if you're deciding to jump in and you want to get a freelancing gig, you want to get a job inside of the tech field, even if you're a beginner, like the skills that you learn here are so valuable. They will take you into the field that you want to get into if you have the willingness and the desire to make it happen. So if you have the willingness and the desire to make it happen, and you put in the effort and you put in the time to learn all of these skills, or the needed skill sets, which is coding and then the soft skills of communication, you'll be able to do this like easily. So this is the website that I built. There's a lot of possibilities with coding. Think of anything that you can do with technology, you can code it. You know, any kind of website that's out there right now, if it's been done before, you can code it. So keep your eyes open, keep your mind open, observe all the things on the internet. There's just so much that's possible out there, and things are changing pretty fast in the scape of technology. So Clever Programmer is a worthwhile course, I find, to learn development. They just have a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and their education is on point. So I highly recommend them. Thank you for watching this video, and hope to see you inside of the community.